Hello, guys. Welcome back to Ravenly Podcast. I'm Sarah.
I'm Sophie.
And I'm Bella.
And today we're going to be talking about social media and how that affects our lives and our self-image. Especially because I feel like I'm spending like half of my day on my phone and on TikTok looking at like these little like perfect bodied girls eating their lunches and things.
They're acai bowls.
They're acai bowls.
No,
yeah, you know the audio where it's like, and then a little cashew butter for breakfast, and then this is my afternoon snack. I try to drink 2 of these a day.
Yes.
Oh my god! Wait, I think I do not know that audio. Okay. Does anybody know about the division of TikTok into like the elite side and the straight TikTok?
I am on the elite side, and I'm so
on the
proud
elite
to say
side.
that.
There is no capping on that, and I have no hatred against anybody on the other side of TikTok.
Same. But I have a question.
What's your question?
Are you on the bean side? Because I'm on the bean side. I get videos about beans.
Oh my god, beans. No, yeah, I get videos about beans. I get videos about Adam, like saving Adam, and like SM6 band.
Yes.
I follow SM6 band, and honestly, like they are such a vibe. Like I love their videos.
Oh my god, the one girl scares me so bad though.
Oh, the girl with the blue eyes.
Yeah,
Emily, my queen. She thinks she's the main character.
She is.
All know. No, yeah. I mean, like, I am not about taking people down because they want attention, because, like, me too. But, like, I just feel like there's just something about that group, that vibe, that group mentality. And, like, I searched them up on YouTube, and their music is pretty fire. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you.
They have music? Right?
Yeah, they're the band. They're a band. They're a family band.
I knew that, but I didn't like register it in my head that there's songs where they sing and make music on.
Yeah, they have songs. I mean, like they perform covers and stuff, but they've like made originals, and they're okay. They're fine.
You secretly stan them. I've been listening to them for years.
I stan them. I'm gonna be listening to them till the day I die. But anyways, I digress. The thing about the TikTok thing, the TikTok, is that I feel like all of my videos consist of like a certain category. If people aren't aware of this, if like any parents are watching, TikTok can be divided because of what you like, what you favorite, what you say you're not interested in.
Your sexuality.
Like yeah, basically. I mean, like, if there's a difference between like the Hype House dance videos and like just small creators making videos about beans. I mean, it's just like, there's just different humors involved. So that's basically what we're talking about. Also, that can create like a stigma on social media that I've been realizing lately is like people are like, why are people calling it straight TikTok? And like it's causing all this drama. And it's like, girl, this app is supposed to be for people to enjoy what they enjoy. Like people are getting offended that they're not on certain sides of TikTok, whatever.
Like I can't help that I want bean videos on my For You page.
Literally yes. I feel like if I see a dance video, I'm like, okay, work, and like I learn the dance. Like I follow Charli D'Amelio, I follow Addison Rae. Like I just think it's like it's cool to see people like living their best life and like being kind human beings.
Yeah.
While also like gaining all this fame. It's like kind of cool. But then other people are like, what are dance videos? I don't watch any of those on TikTok because like that's not the stuff that I like. And I'm like, okay, cool. That's really nice. So I don't know. It's just like a divide, but it's like creating this like stigma of like if you're not on the elite side of TikTok, then like blah blah blah, like calling it straight TikTok, like the dancing, which like it's fine because it's like that's just kind of the joke about it, but people are getting really offended by it. So I don't know. It can create some controversy, I guess, but I'm all against that.
I think the main reason people get offended is because they're being like, if you're part of one thing and not part of the other, then you're being left out. Or that's how people feel most of the time. You know?
The grass is always greener on the other side.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, have you guys seen, well, this has happened to me, and the first time it happened, I thought it was, like, kind of weird, but now I'm, like, used to it because it happens all the time. But so, like, you'll be scrolling through your, For You page, and it'll say stuff like, people who live in California. Or
so
like,
weird.
People who live in San Diego, listen up. and it's like really crazy.
They
One
definitely
time,
know.
I know it was like the first time it was like kind of creepy. I was like, all right, but like also, how do I not expect TikTok to know where I live? Like
they have access to everything. They probably know your social
Yeah.
security
Have you
number.
guys heard? So people will go to like record a video, and then it shows like you can upload something from your camera roll, and then they'll look and it's not one of their pictures.
It's like somebody else's camera roll.
No.
I've heard of that.
Creepy. I've looked, but it's always mine.
I never upload a video. I wanna look at that when we're done with this. What?
Yeah, I've tried that too. I've like tried to upload a video and I'll like look through the camera roll because I've heard that some people get the camera roll of people that they know, and I thought that was even weirder than like with people you don't know, you know, because then it's like like how do they know there's a connection?
That's what?
But
That's scary.
I've also heard that TikTok is kind of, I'm not sure if, I don't remember exactly, but I've heard that they're like getting sued or something because supposedly like every time you're on the app, they have access to like all of the information on your phone and it's like saved somewhere in China. Like this is what I heard.
I've heard
like
that, yeah.
I was like, whoa.
There are definitely rumors of that. And like when oh my gosh, the whole thing with like you're not allowed to send or receive messages until you're 16. It was like 3 weeks until my 16th birthday, so I was fine with it. But it's like I kept looking to see like what was changing in their rules, and they're changing a lot of privacy stuff, which is good. But it's like I've gotten to the point where I've kind of been like, should I delete this app? Because it's like it's not only the sketchy stuff, but it's also like taking over a lot of my time. Like I won't do my homework until like midnight because I'll be on TikTok for a long time because it's just constant. And it's like the fact that it like can access, well, not only just access information on your phone, but just like whatever you like, whatever you favorite, it's like it goes into that algorithm, and so you can be scrolling for hours and be constantly entertained. And it's smart. It's like a really good, like a really intelligent way of producing entertainment, but also it's like it can be harmful to everyone, your time and like what you're putting your time into. And also the body standards on TikTok are just like if like everybody talks about this, but it's like if a skinny girl posts a TikTok, it's just like people are commenting like, oh, I guess I won't be eating today. And then if like and then if like a more curvy girl posts a TikTok, then they're like, go girl, like you got confidence. Like, well, why are you saying that she has confidence? Like, of course she has confidence. Like she's posting a TikTok like revealing things to you, but also it's like why aren't you posting this on other body types? I don't know. It's just there
isn't equal treatment.
There's just such a weird standard of beauty that people are like trying to break these rules and like being like, you go girl, you got confidence. But it's like, why do you need to remind her of that? Why don't you just like comment like, oh, great dancing, whatever. It's just you can expect what to see on the comments of the video at this point just because of what a person looks like. And it's also kind of, it's cool to see people like supporting other people, and it doesn't really matter if you're a girl or a boy or whatever, like people are supporting each other no matter what. But also it's like there's that stigma of like, well, is there a different standard for different people? And then like people are tearing down people who do have an ideal body type in our society, and it's just kind of upsetting to see that double standard. But
it like feels so backhanded. Like when people are like, oh, I wish I had the confidence that you do. And like exactly your point, people are saying like, oh, I'm not gonna eat today. Like, can you imagine like how bad they must feel? And I feel really sad about the whole Charli D'Amelio thing because people were like fat shaming her, skinny shaming her. I don't even get it. And then
when she speaks out about it, people are like, well, what do you care? You're supposed to not listen to them. But it's like,
she has feelings too, you know? And I have a lot of respect for her. It's not an easy like world to be in, you know, making content on a platform like TikTok. And like Addison Rae, people are like, oh, finally someone with my body type. It's like, I mean, it's cool that like people have different body types, but I feel like it's again backhanded to be like finally like,
it's like why are you even commenting on their body in the first place? Like why do you need to like
Like, say cool outfit, you know, like, I don't know. Like you said, cool dancing. Literally, I don't see any point like I can't imagine thinking to myself, I'm going to comment on a person's body today under this video where they're confident and enjoying themselves.
Yeah, why even bring it up? Because then it's like they think about it like, oh, what if they're just like making fun of me or whatever? And I don't know, it's just upsetting.
This is something I've kind of been thinking about recently because I obviously have been spending so much time on TikTok and okay, so I've got to organize my thoughts so that I can actually say these things. So first of all, I think we spend a ton of time on TikTok because every single video is like shorter, either 60 seconds or shorter. And I feel like when you watch something like Netflix or Hulu or like a show or a movie, then you're like, wow, I just sat here for like an hour and a half watching this one thing. All right, I'm going to get up now, you know? But like TikTok, it's like a ton of tiny things. So it doesn't ever feel like you've been there forever because you've been watching like super I don't know, short videos. So it doesn't like you can't really tell how much time you're there for. And this is something I noticed because I was scrolling through the app or whatever, and I could tell that like you know how usually on your phone you can see the time and like your battery percentage and stuff on the top. Okay, well on TikTok, I don't know like how this works, but I feel like they did it on purpose. They take that off. Like you can't see the time. So it's like you're scrolling until you're like, "Oh my gosh, like where did my time go, you know?"
Right.
But on the whole body shaming thing, I was actually thinking about this because I was looking I don't remember what I was doing, but the point is that I saw a bunch of people hating on what's his name? Little Huddy. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, he's done like terrible things and he says terrible things and he's like hateful and like he's a bad person, blah blah blah. But like I don't know how to say this. Like the treatment he's receiving and the treatment that people like Charlie D'Amelio or Addison Rae are receiving are like the same thing. And the only reason people think it's okay to do it to Huddy or what's his name? What's his real name?
Chase. I know this stuff. It's weird.
Same.
is because he's like done terrible things, you know? But in my opinion, that doesn't give you an excuse to be mean to him. Like calling him a stick figure is not gonna.
Oh yeah.
You know, like that's not.
It's not gonna change like what he does. Like
exactly.
Like I mean, like when he like said the N-word allegedly, I don't see any like actual proof, but I feel like if everyone's so enraged about it, it definitely happened. But that's different than body shaming someone.
Right. Like Charlie just doesn't deserve it. And like also he doesn't really deserve it because like even though he said that stuff, like if you're gonna be like you shouldn't have said the N-word, like okay, comment that on his video, but like is that gonna change the fact that he said it? No. Just like unfollow or like block him on the app so that you don't give him like all the views and comments and stuff, because it's not about what you comment, it's about how many comments he gets. And it's like I honestly just like don't really care at this point about what creators I support based on like I don't know, like what they did, because I understand that it's a bad thing that he said the N-word, but it's like I don't even see his videos anymore, so like what does it matter to me?
Yeah just like going on with your day. It's like
and like he did a bad thing, and like I think that he shouldn't be profiting off of that, but he is because of your comments and views and likes and all the stuff you're giving him for the algorithm. But that's just the whole other thing of like, should we even be giving him attention? Should he even like be still popular? And people still love him, and it's like a total double standard, because it's like people will love him even after he says all this racist stuff that he shouldn't have said. But like people like that girl Emma who said it, and then people were like, she immediately like lost all of her fame and then like was put into this depressed mental state when like Lil Huddy is like living his best life in the hype house and like killing the game on TikTok. And it's weird to see like how people treat different creators just because of how many followers they had in the first place, or if they're like what their gender is, because I think it does come down to gender, because
for sure.
There's definitely another double standard for sure.
I also feel like even if someone does deserve it, like, who do you think you are to give it to them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like even if he could have like done terrible, I don't know, I mean, he did do terrible things, but what I'm saying is like, it could be, I don't know how to say this, but what I'm trying to say is, even if someone does deserve it or someone doesn't deserve it, it doesn't give you an excuse to be that hateful person, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's like a good enough reason for someone to go around like commenting stuff. And also, like, why doesn't everybody just mind their own business? Like,
I agree. Like, that's something that people don't want to accept, that you can go on with your day without tearing someone else down. And like, my question is, why do people love hating on people so much? Like, I mean, I don't get satisfaction from being mean to people, but it seems like it's obvious that a lot of people in the comments think it's okay to just comment on what people are doing in their own lives. It befundles me.
Yeah. And also, like, how does commenting like when it's like the darker skinned king emoji like on Lil Huddy's videos, what is that going to do for the community that he offended? Like, what is that going to do for them? And
how is it beneficial?
How is it beneficial to the community if you're just like canceling him and whatever and commenting that on his video? Like, what you need to do is like spread awareness for whatever he did. Spread awareness that is a bad thing. Don't just comment on his video and like all that stuff. It's the same thing with every TikToker that does that kind of stuff. And like, they don't deserve any kind of comment ever, like, because that still benefits their account, and it doesn't matter. It's about spreading awareness. And there are some really great accounts that I follow because they are just really well spoken and whatever, but they talk about the issue and they don't just go and leave comments on their page and just say, okay, there we go, I ended racism, I did this,
I ended racism,
you're welcome everybody, and then say like, okay, done day. But like, there are some creators that are super insightful and they talk about like the effects of this and educate the public. And that's what's so great about TikTok, is that like it can reach any part of the community that is on the app. So it's like those people that are spreading either kindness or information are the people that are really doing the good work. So, I mean, honestly, what our listeners should take out of that is that it's not about how you're tearing other people down. It's about the awareness that you spread about issues that will benefit the community. And I try to stay out of all that. I never really comment on people's videos like, you're canceled or whatever. I'll like comment on people's videos and say like, oh, great job for saying this or whatever. But like, I feel like if you're going to want to comment on somebody's videos, think about a better way to like serve the community that was affected by this.
Yeah.
Think before you post.
Yeah, and there's not much that you can do, but it's like, think of like, if you're on social media and you have the privilege to be on social media and speak out and whatever, if you want to, just, I don't know, make it more beneficial than like commenting on somebody's video like you're canceled. Like, cancel culture is so dumb.
Yeah, like, hate makes people feel so powerful.
Right.
And
they think like, oh, look at these people, and then they can play the victim, which is so much better for them than it is for anybody that you're trying to help by hating on them.
Yeah, I think it comes from a place of insecurity.
Right.
Like, especially like what I see about the whole skinny shaming thing. People are so obviously insecure with their own selves that they have to make the comments like shaming people for how they look.
Right.
Like all of it comes from insecurity. And I mean, I can't magically make people not insecure. Like that's something that everyone's always going to have. But I just think if it'd be better for the world if people stopped just ruthlessly hating on people.
Yes. Even if they did something bad in their past, like recently people were talking about Jimmy Fallon and how he like in 2000 did blackface to impersonate who was it? Chris Rock, who's a friend of his, and he didn't understand at the time. Well, he might have understood the history, but he didn't understand at the time that it was really offensive.
See, like,
and people are like, he's canceled. It's like, what's that going to do for them? Is that going to stop them from making money or making a TV show? Like, no. It's just like the amount of people on especially Twitter, the fact that like that kind of social media is so quick to spread all this information of like just the pictures, and you like, it's kind of disgusting to look at. Like it's, for anybody who hasn't seen it, it's really like you see it and you're like, oh my god, why would he ever think of doing that? And I'm sure he regrets it, but it's like, I understand that it's a bad thing, but it's like the fact that people are like canceling him on Twitter, that's not gonna stop his career. And even if like he'll apologize and whatever, and it's comedy, so it's subjective and people will have their arguments, and I don't really feel I should express my opinion on it because it's like, I still don't know. I still need to like look into whatever. But it's like the fact that it's spreading so quickly on Twitter for him to be like canceled, it's just very ineffective. And also just, it spreads this culture of like, we are separating each other instead of like coming together, which is kind of a cliche. But you know, it's just, it's upsetting to see all these people not only like trying to end his career, quote unquote, end his career, but like just blatantly offending other people who are talking about it. And you just see people getting into smaller fights on Twitter, and it's like, ugh, it's difficult not to look at because it's honestly kind of entertaining. But like, what other benefit does it give the people that might be offended by those pictures?
For sure. I think also this is like everything we're talking about applies to every social media. Like it's not only TikTok. And the people listening, if you don't have a TikTok, I just want everybody to understand that what we're saying can relate to any social media you do have.
Right.
And if you don't have any social media, then go.
Good for you.
Yeah, honestly, I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I honestly wish I'd never downloaded a TikTok because
now you can't get rid of it.
I cannot get rid of it because it's like, well, I love the memes that come out of TikTok, but like other stuff on TikTok is so annoying. Like I love the like that
I know what
song
you're talking about.
hits different, and like it's so funny to see like parents like knowing the song. Like it's just like really cute, and I'm like, I love that like it's bringing people together. And also like eat a bowl of rigatoni pasta on May 24th 2021. Like I have that on my calendar. Like it's just really, it's like a cool community. But it's like when there's stuff that happens on there that's like upsetting, or like there's skinny shaming, fat shaming, racism, like people like denying white privilege, and people like arguing in comment sections, and then people being like hating on creators because like hating on JoJo Siwa because she's
I love
catering
JoJo.
to a younger audience. JoJo Siwa is my favorite creator right now. Nobody can tell me differently.
Richer than I will ever be. And
she has a Tesla with her face on it.
She is like an incredible businesswoman already, and she's achieved so much more.
She's a genius. Yeah, people are hating on her for literally her brand. She is her brand, and like she created this and made a ton of money, but also is super true to what she preaches, you know? And it's like people are tearing her down, and then other people are like, I can't believe that people are tearing her down for literally being a freaking genius. She's like, she posted that video where she was like, I'm JoJo Siwa, eating JoJo Siwa ice cream with a JoJo Siwa spoon. Like, how's your life? And I'm like, geez, you are so amazing. Like, she's great. And then people are like hating on her. And I'm like, this is toxic. I need to do my English homework. Let me go read. Like,
I gotta go.
I gotta head out. Sorry, guys. But it's just, I don't know.
I mean, like,
it's definitely
people hate
pros and
to
cons.
see successful people. And I don't mean to bring politics into it, but people hate successful women. I mean, that's a whole nother topic. But like, especially someone
that's not even politics, that's like society.
Yes. JoJo Siwa is young. She is female and her audience is little kids. Right. People want to hate on her. But at the end of the day, she is just like, I think that she must be such a genuinely amazing person to want to go out there and make kids happy like every day of her life.
Bro, she's making me happy,
right?
Period. Oh my gosh, I love her account.
Something I think we should touch on before we finish this segment is so everything we've mentioned so far is like, I think it's very important and I'm really happy we talked about it. But I just want to share that I have a friend who deleted like his Instagram account a while ago. I don't remember why. I don't remember what it was for. Anyway, the point is he didn't have one, right? And so he's like graduating and stuff, and he was like, all right, I'm gonna make an account so that I can stay in touch with like the people I care about and all that kind of stuff. And it just made me realize how at least Instagram, and I know every social media has a different meaning for everyone. So like I use my social media often for like reaching, okay, how do I say this? Like kind of pubbing. So like I'll always post like stuff that clubs I'm in, like stuff they're doing and events and stuff like that, and it's just kind of to like attract people. And I don't usually post like super personal things. But my friend, he was like, I'm gonna make my account private, which mine is too. But he said he would make his account private, and he was getting a bunch of follow requests from people like from our school. But he was like, I know these people, but I don't like actually like, I know who they are, but I don't know them personally. So why do they think I would accept their follow request? And I was like, well, I mean, if you know who they are and they know who you are, then like, you know, like I feel like that's kind of normal. And he was like, yeah, but like, no, I'm just gonna keep it with people I actually talk to. So this kid has like 10 followers, and he's like, I'm keeping it like that. And I was like, okay, like, wow, that it was, I don't know, it was super interesting to me. What do you guys think about that?
I mean, I have 3 Instagrams. So for my own personal
work, we love a businesswoman.
So my main one is where most of my anxiety around social media comes from, Sarah Hendricks _ because I'm constantly concerned about getting enough likes. Will people think I look stupid? Is this cringy? Blah, blah, blah. And then I got Crusty Kombucha, which I think you follow. That is where my most special ideas come from.
I love that you phrased it like that. That's so true.
It's really a place where my creativity flows. There's videos of me doing back bends, me rolling around on the floor, and everything else you could imagine under the face of the moon. Is that a phrase that people use? Okay, anyway. And then I have my
definitely
super
want it to be,
which I created like a few days ago, so I'm still having people follow it and stuff like that.
Work.
And it's where basically I just talk about really sad things. Like things that are bothering me. I mean, not all sad. I did a review on dark chocolate covered cherries from Trader Joe's.
Okay. Oh, those are so good. Yeah. Those are so good.
And people are like, you should try the blueberry kind. I love cherries. And it's like, it's a great community. How about you, Sophie?
Well, I used to have that kind of like Instagram setup. Like obviously I have my main account. So basically it's the same as Sarah. Like I post on it, I'm like, oh my gosh, how many likes, how many comments, like what if people see this side of me or whatever. It's definitely like a toxic thing that comes from middle school, because like the people that I hung out with, that was their main priority, and they're great people. I'm still in touch with a lot of them today, but it's like that's not really my vibe. And like I've kind of gotten to the point where it's like I don't really care about my Instagram. Like I don't post regularly on it. Like if I do post, it's like I really feel confident in this photo, and then it's like I don't know, I feel like I have a lot of support. But yeah, and then I have my pray over my private account, which is like Mofi Surretts, which is kind of iconic. Oh, by the way, my Instagram is Sophie Moretz. Basic as that. I'm sure a lot of people listening already know about that. But anyways, so yeah, I have that, and then I have my priv account, which is like Mofi Surretts. So it's like I just post pictures of my dog. The last 3 posts have been Chloe content. No, she's
so cute.
Wacko. She is really cute. She's really annoying. We always have to remind her, you're really annoying. So whenever we call you cute, take that with a grain of salt. Yeah, we really have to humble her. She's not that modest. She's very crazy and outgoing. She loves to show her true colors, but she just expects everything from us, and we're like, girl, we also have Willie, so you need to calm down. But anyways, so that's kind of like my content on my priv. And then I used to have like the super priv thing like in middle school, and I have advice to anybody with any Instagram account, any social media account. On that account, I would post really personal stuff to like 6 of my friends. This was in middle school, so I don't even talk to these people anymore, which is really a perspective that people need to gain, which is like you have no clue what your future holds, especially with friendship. Like I understand I have friends that I'm still friends with from middle school, but like these friends that were on my super priv were like, they were like my really close friends, and now I like don't even talk to them anymore just because things happened. We went to different schools. It wasn't like they were bad people, but I would post like really, really deep things, and my parents were going through a divorce, and like I was dealing with a lot of school anxiety and whatever. And so I didn't know, I didn't have like a therapist. I didn't really want to talk to my parents or my siblings about it because I still wasn't like comfortable with talking to my parents and siblings about it. So I'd post like huge paragraphs on there. And I would completely like no filter. I thought I was like completely safe with it. But then I realized like my mom went through my phone one time because I got in trouble. So my mom went through my phone at the doctor's office. This was like a very vivid memory for me. And she went through all of it, and she just was like, and like, I don't know if I support parents going through phones, but at this time, this was like really important for my mom to see this, because she was like, you need to delete this account. You're sharing way too much. Like, you don't even know who these people are showing this to. Like, they could screenshot it. They could send it to other people. It's really, really dangerous for you to be posting such such personal stuff, and like you're so vulnerable on this account. And it's like I realized like I should not be posting this on social media. I feel like with anything, just kind of think before you post. Look at those posters on the CCA campus. Like I realized like, why do I even have this account? Like what is it getting me? I'm not getting any advice back. Nobody's commenting on these. Like 2 people are liking them. Like it was just a way for me to vent in like a really unhealthy way, because it's like that those things are out in the public, no matter if your account is private or not, because it's like those friends could definitely share it with other people if they wanted to. And so I just kind of had to learn like you really don't need to post everything online. And like that's why I deleted that account. I like deleted every post. I deleted the whole account. But like who knows if that stuff is still out there? I don't know. Probably is. But I realized like I need to deal with my problems in a healthy way. And I know this is like a tangent that's like I kind of have to go on to, but like dealing with your problems through social media just leads to harm for yourself. I saw a therapist. I don't know if people believe in that or not, but I definitely do. I think that like seeing a therapist is really good, because it's like some topics I don't really like discussing with my family, but I feel like I can discuss things with my family now, but it just depends on what kind of situation you're in. But it's like I feel like I learned that posting on social media is you kind of have to really think about what you're doing and think about what you're posting, because it's like on my main account, I always think about what I'm posting. I always think like, okay, does this look good? Like, am I being too revealing? Am I blah 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 blah? Like, what's the caption gonna be? That's kind of stupid overthinking. But then on my priv, I'm like, okay, am I posting too much? Am I being too revealing? Even though this is a private account, like, are people going to be able to like see too much of me? Am I being too vulnerable? And like, it's good to be overprotective of your social media, because it's like, I had that situation where my mom went through my phone and she found out all this stuff that I just wasn't telling her about, like family troubles and whatever. And so it's like, I realized you really shouldn't be posting all this stuff on your Instagram, no matter how private your account is. So Sarah, that's my little advice to you, because you're a recent owner of a super private account.
It's not stuff that like, okay, so I have many layers in my life, but like, as everyone does, like those are stuff that I'm okay being vulnerable about to a close circle of friends, and it's not like depression, blah blah blah. It's things that are like, so for example, I post about how I get nervous about driving and like how I mean, I think everyone does, but it's like I was feeling really like nervous about that, and it honestly helped me. I mean, I have my first like actual therapy appointment tomorrow, which is exciting and scary.
Yay.
But like, I don't know. I like it. It's nothing that I wouldn't. It's like this stuff. I don't care if it gets out. It's not something that's like super personal to me. Like, you can tell people I'm nervous about driving. I don't think anyone's gonna care. So yeah, there's my little tidbit. That's a fun word.
Go off. Work. Yeah, I feel like that's the purpose of my private account, because it's like, even though both my main and my private account are on private, I'll like what Bella's friend was talking about, like, who are these people? Like, I know these people, but like, have I talked to them? Have I formally been introduced to them? Whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's like, it's important to keep that in mind, but it's like, if I've heard of them, then I'll let them follow my main account. But it's just like, so that people who are not in my age group and don't follow anybody that I followed, like, so they don't follow me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I've met some of my closest friends through talking to them before I even met them in person. Like this one friend that I have, he swiped up on my story on Snapchat and was like, "Well, this is cool." And I was like, "Oh, thanks." And then like, we were just friends through mutual friends, and like, social media is what kind of like introduced us to each other. And then we finally met for the first time like 2 years ago, like at Screen Zone or something like that. I don't even know. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's what you look like." And he was like, "Ha ha ha." And then, yeah, so I think it can form connections, of course, but it's also good to be careful.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bella.
Of course.
So, Bella, do you have any advice to give to the kids about social media?
Just, be careful. Don't take everything to heart, because it's not that personal. Like, people don't, it's not that big. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. Don't let it be that big of a deal. That's what I'm trying to say. And just guard your heart, like, only, like, you have the power to decide what is going to affect you and what isn't going to affect you.
Right.
So, keep that power, do whatever you want with it. Well, obviously being nice and all that stuff.
Of course.
And yeah, I think that's all we've got, guys.
So thank you all for listening.
Thank you for listening, everybody.
You can find our info at CCA Ravenly on Instagram. Then you can find our website there as well, where you can listen to us on YouTube and subscribe. There's also like a feedback form on our website if you guys have any ideas or comments for us.
Yeah,
Dad.
Because we can talk about things so much. We can, if you guys really want to hear something, if you're like, wow, I really want to talk about different recipes for pasta, I could get my sister to talk about that, because she's kind of a genius with pasta. Shout out to Esperette.
Yeah.
But anyways,
for sure.
Yeah. So if you have any suggestions, please send them our way.
Yeah. Well, cool beans.
Cool beans. Happy quarantine, everybody.
Quarantine. I'm Sarah.
I'm Sophie.
And I'm Bella.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Bye.